Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We're out here with my sunflowers and I'm thinning them out as they were growing too close together, if you look over here to the left. And a question came to my mind: can I transplant sunflowers? So we started to pull some out, and not surprisingly, they had some pretty shallow roots, which is probably the reason why we need to thin them out, so they can grow a little bit better root system per plant, as these are going to get to be possibly 10 feet tall and they need to have a better base. So we started pulling them out. We walk over here. I'll show you one I just transplanted. Never done this before, don't know if it's going to work, but I thought, you know, if I got to thin it out, let's give it a go. So here's a little sunflower we transplanted, and like I said, really shallow roots, little teeny root ball. So I'm not sure how this is going to work, but we're trying it. And it's an experiment, and part of gardening is just experimenting, isn't it? So let's go down here and pull one out. I mean, they're just way too close together. I had a real good, I guess, germination system going on. So we're just going to reach in here with a gentle pull. That one has a little bit better root ball. But let's go over here and bury it. So I picked this spot back here in my line of corn that didn't grow in, and I think actually I don't know if the bugs got it when they were here or not, but they disappeared. So we have transplanted some sunflowers here. So we're going to go over about 16 inches from the next one. Dig a nice root ball hole there. Try and do this while I'm holding the camera. Okay. And I'm trying to keep the same orientation of the top. At this point was pointed towards the sun, so I've decided to try to keep it in the same orientation as it was on the other fence line. And then we're just going to take some of this dirt, try to fill it in. And I'm not sure if I can bury up the stem on these, so I've only been burying them just a little bit, trying to get them to hold their biscuit. Go on, just chewing on something over there. Anyways, trying to hold themselves up, and I'm gonna do this with some of them today and then just watch them for a couple days and see if it works. But just keep filling in that area. Try to pack it in there, I guess, because I don't want the wind blowing it over later tonight. So you can see I messed up with this one, and it's planted the wrong way. I don't know if that's going to matter, if it's going to recalibrate itself, but you know, sunflowers, they like to watch the sun as it comes over. And so like these are facing the sun, that one's facing the sun. And so I try to keep them in the same area, same position they were. I just think it might help them catch on quicker, and hopefully they'll grow. We're going to go do a few more. Well, we've done 10 so far, and ran into a little bit of a snag here. Walked back down here to where the sunflowers were previously located, right in here. And I've got over here, and then it's got really super dry right here, and it's caused a problem pulling the sunflowers out. I feel like those last two might not do real well, as it pulled out, and I think I might have broke some roots pretty good there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and back off for now, and we're going to water this down. I might come back out here tonight and finish. I have some more thinning to do right in this area. Yeah, it looks like another maybe 6 or 7 need to come out of there. But if you look down here, guys, okay, so here we're still a little bit packed in there, but there's a lot more room. I'm feeling a lot better about that. Maybe they'll grow a little better. And if this is successful, I may even thin it out more. I want these sunflowers to get pretty good size. These are those mammoth sunflowers. They get 10 to 12 feet. So we're hoping for a 10-footer anyhow out here on the desert. And that'll be pretty good out here, especially with this wind. But we'll just keep doing this. It's an experiment, so I guess you'll see here in a few seconds on whether it was successful or not. It might take a couple days for me to determine that, but we're gonna hold off. And there's old Blue over there. What are you eating, Blue? Blue, Blue, don't you be eating that, you little turkey. What are you doing? So keep this picture in mind, and we'll come back and look here in a couple days, see what it looks like, and hopefully it's successful. But as of right now, the sun is coming up. It's a beautiful morning, and just enjoying the weekend. So see you here in a few seconds. Blue, quit eating that. Oh, here we are almost 6 days later, guys, and the sunflower transplant operation was a very minor success. It was borderline failure. I think a lot of things had to do with that. I pulled them up. If I would have dug them, I think we would have been more successful. But then if I dug them, I was afraid that I'd be digging into the other sunflowers that I wanted to leave behind. So here we are 6 days later. As you can see, this one's alive. That one's alive. That one down there is barely, I mean, we're kind of, most of them are mostly looking dead, but I think I might got 2 or 3 here that's going to come back. You know, they were looking pretty poor, guys. I mean, really bad. Even this one right here, that looks like all the leaves dried up on it. The top is still, if I can get it to focus here a little bit, it's still kind of growing. It might make a comeback, but it's not looking real special here. But like this one here, it's growing. It's coming back to life. This one right here is looking a little bit ragged, but it's growing, coming back to life. So 2 or 3. Let's walk up to the other end. So as we walk up here, you can see the other ones are getting close to 4 feet tall, which is kind of cool. And we're having fun with that, but not too good on the transplant situation. These ones up here are just deader than a door now. They didn't work at all. Just, that's the end of that. And we had one down here at the end of the corn that I really thought was going to do fine, but it turned up dead here. So it didn't make it at all. So to answer the question, can you transplant a sunflower? The answer is yes. I think it could have been much more successful than mine. So I had about a 20-30% success rate. If I would have not done it on a day when it was actually ended up being 100 degrees, if I could have dug them up and moved them and not disturbed the roots so much. Let's see, I think maybe if I'd have done it at night, it would have actually probably handled it better than going right into that super hot day. That was really a bad deal. But so in the future, I guess I could try it because it looks like I'm going to get a couple out of it. It's better to get a couple out of it than actually just have all the sunflowers gone. So I'm going to go ahead and keep doing it, but I'm going to change my motive on doing it as far as what time of day, and I'm going to take temperature into mindset as well as moisture and things, and hopefully, obviously I need to thin them out earlier in their lifespan so the roots wouldn't be so intertwined with the other ones. That would be pretty helpful. So, you know, some things I did wrong that I'll be able to rectify in the future, and you know, it'll work out. And kind of just an interesting little experiment. I was hoping for a little better success, but I will take what I got. I got a few over there that are going to make it, and that's just about all I can say about that. So thanks for coming along, guys. Anyways, just a little experiment around in the garden here, and having some fun. But the temperature has cooled off a little bit, and I'll give you a peek across the valley here, right above Biscuit over there. We got some smoke hanging in the air, and it's getting pretty thick out yonder way. But today's actually not as thick as it has been. It's let up quite a bit, but we got some forest fires going on, so the air quality is not the best. But it kind of shades the garden a little bit from that direct sun, and actually is aiding in growing some of my things that wasn't like in that 100-degree temperatures. So we're making a comeback. Thanks for coming along, guys. Like, subscribe. I'll catch you later. Have a good one.